Not a day goes by that I don't think about Emma Chamberlain's Architectural Digest house tour, which is a weird thing to admit, but it's true. I'll think about the blanket on her bed that has a tiger on it with the face of a human, the light green kitchen cabinets, or the woodsy, cabiny 1970s in Lake Tahoe feel. It's an amazing house. The thing is, I don't just think about her house. I also think about the luxury hotels she's staying in while traveling, and her videography, and her styling, and her makeup looks, and everything. So I did what only a very normal, well-adjusted person would do. I made a list titled Things I'm Jealous of Emma Chamberlain For. It got long, like uncomfortably long. Like maybe I should stop talking and seek help long. Anyway, I'm not just vaguely jealous in a, oh, she's so pretty and successful type of way. I'm jealous in a very specific, I have an itemized list of envy type of way, which is totally healthy and super normal behavior, right? Let's talk about the things I'm jealous of. Our girl Emma travels bougie. First class flights, 5-star hotels. I remember her old Fashion Week videos in Paris where she's staying at the Ritz-Carlton, ordering room service on silver trays, not even blinking at the price, just existing at that level of comfort. Ugh. I want that so bad. The ease, the luxury, not having to think about money for a second. Yes, please. Her wardrobe. She's got a massive walk-in closet, and I mean massive, full of designer pieces. Even things that she's thrifted are designer thrifted. From the runway, things her stylist has pulled for her. Oh yeah, and she has a stylist. Someone whose entire job it is to help her develop and grow her taste and put looks together that fit her body. That is the dream. Attention and respect. Emma has a huge social media following across all of the platforms. She has a podcast where people will listen to her talk for hours, including me, and a YouTube channel where she can post and have people engage with her thoughts and ideas. When she speaks, people listen. And I want that. Like, I want my ideas and thoughts to matter. Her friends? Sabrina Carpenter recently posted her New Year's Eve trip with her group of friends that includes and heavily features Miss Emma Chamberlain. She takes pictures with Sabrina Carpenter, Owen Teal. Recently, she's been photographed with Kendall Jenner and Miss Hailey Bieber. And one I'm particularly jealous of is that she was interviewed on Pretty Basic with Remy Cruz and Alicia Marie. The dream. And like, these are her actual peers and friends. How cool must that be to have access to people who are living such interesting, successful, and creative lives? And you can just hang out with them. Freedom with video making. She's experimenting constantly with video making. New editing styles, formats, aesthetics. Other people analyze her cinematography, try to replicate it. She's not stuck doing the same type of content over and over again. She's evolving as she grows as a person. And she can use video making as a format for that expression. And she has an audience who lets her do that and will grow and evolve with her. It looks like ultimate creative freedom, and oh my god, I want that. Now, of course, the house. She's a massive home in LA with natural lighting streaming in everywhere, huge windows, gorgeous outdoor and indoor spaces. A lot of the trees feel like they're in the house because of how amazing the windows are. It's all perfectly decorated. She had 2 interior designers help her with the space and make everything feel so cohesive together. Every room is telling a story, every piece feels like it really belongs. Oh my god, I've been so jealous of that Golden Gate Bridge painting that she has that Michael Chamberlain painted, her father, since she featured it in one of her older house tours. Like, it's not just a house, it's a literal work of art, and it all represents her and her taste. I think about it constantly, and I'm so jealous of it. That's the list, and I kind of want everything. Now, here's the thing. I'm old enough to know that when someone posts something online, it's all cracked up to be. Like, I'm aware of that logically. So I started thinking about the flip side of each of the things I'm jealous of, because there's always a flip side. Like with the travel thing, right? Like, staying in luxury hotel room sounds amazing, but then you're not as immersed in the local culture. In fact, you're probably staying in neighborhoods that are very touristic. And oftentimes when she is traveling, it's usually for work, and those rooms are probably being comped by a big brand that she's working with, which could be stressful and not actually relaxing. And for her amazing wardrobe, like, she's constantly criticized about her wardrobe. Like, people drag her style and taste choices constantly online. Also, buying expensive pieces and investing in them would make me feel nervous all the time. Like, I can't lose or gain weight because then the clothes I invested heavily in are not going to fit anymore, which is similar to being jealous of the attention and the respect. Because the flip side of that is being heavily criticized constantly. I can make this video and have this level of honesty right now because I'm not under any scrutiny. Like, 3 people are gonna watch this and they're my husband and my best friend and they already agree with me. But if I was heavily scrutinized, like having what I say get clipped or taken out of context and posted on TikTok, that would totally change how I show up and how fun it even is. And with the friends, okay, it's kind of hard to see a downside to that, but if I was going to, that part seems very fun. But who knows, like, those friendships might be very hollow or shallow or competitive. You might feel like someone's using you just because you have a lot of followers. There's probably weird politics of friendships at every level. people. I know she has a lot of freedom with video making, but the flip side of that is probably the opposite. Like, you have people who've been following you for years and years and years, and they like your old style and don't like it when you switch it up. So there will always be people who are saying, like, we miss the old Emma, and critique her style for being weird or different or juvenile and undeserving of the clout. People make videos about her being in a flop era when she gets only 800,000 views on a video, as if that's not an amazing, insane number of views. I'm not in her head. I don't know her life. This is all speculation. She could thoroughly enjoy every single one of those facets of her life, but I'm just saying there are possibly downsides to things that I'm jealous of. But if I know this, if I know rationally that there are downsides to everything I'm jealous of, then why am I still jealous? I don't think I'm jealous of the things themselves. I think I'm jealous of what the things represent. Like, I'm actually not jealous of her house. First of all, it's in LA, which I would not want to live in LA. No offense if you do, but I would not. And I wouldn't be able to handle a house that size. I can barely keep up with cleaning a 2-bedroom apartment. Having a house that size would stress me out. Like, I'd have to clean that whole thing myself or coordinate a cleaning crew and have people in my home all the time, which is also kind of stressful, and pay a massive heating bill and property taxes. When something breaks, you have to fix it and maintain it. Oh my God. So it's not the house I'm jealous of, but I am jealous of the taste and the cohesion of it all. That she made a space feel so completely her. Each item brings joy, but it still fits within the overall picture. And of course, a walk-in closet where everything you own has a place. Okay, so maybe I'm a little jealous of the size. But the point is, once I figure out what I'm actually jealous of, I can start getting it in my own life. Not her version, but my own version. I love how strong her taste is, but her taste is not mine. I would personally make different choices, and I want to make those choices. So I'm going through my apartment room by room and customizing it to my taste. Obviously, I don't have the wealth to hire an interior designer, let alone 2, but I can thrift decor pieces and try out peel and stick wallpapers and try and make things more me. God, the lighting is just... it's over for this, isn't it? It's okay. Now with traveling, it's about the ease and the comfort that those 5-star hotels represent. Having an elevator, AC, someone to ask questions when you don't know how to get around, even just having a coffee machine. So what that shows me is that when I travel, I don't have to necessarily stay at a super budget room swap site or at a hostel, and I could invest in staying at not a 5-star hotel, but like a budget Holiday Inn. So that when I'm in Paris, I don't have to walk up 4 flights of stairs in the summer heat while jet lagged. I don't have to stay at the Ritz-Carlton, nor could I afford to, but I could have AC and a fluffy bed. When it comes to her wardrobe, I actually don't like her current style, but it is cohesive and you can tell she put a lot of effort and time into it. And Emma has always been this way. It's not just because she's rich. Like, she's always thrifted pieces and invested a lot in her wardrobe, broke or rich, which I respect a lot. And I'm envious of that. So if I'm envious of that, I can just do more of that myself. I don't have brands sending me their archive books to look through, of course, nor would I even care to, if I'm being honest. But I can look at Pinterest for inspiration, go to stores, try things on, see what looks good on my body and fits my shape. Hell, I could even hire a stylist. Not for 5 years, but for one afternoon, I could do that. I'll be honest. It's getting late. The view looks great. The lighting, not so much. In terms of the attention and respect that she gets, I had to think about this one hard because I am so envious of it, like a lot. But when I really sit with it, I realized that I actually do have attention and respect already. I have a big network of friends, both close ties and weak ties. I post to Instagram and TikTok, and I have people who engage and DM me about it or talk to me in person about their actual thoughts. And I have a Substack where I write more deeply and have very engaged readers who text me, call me, comment about what I wrote. So I actually do have an audience who wants to hear what I have to say. Maybe it's not Colin and Samir, but it's Andrea and Omar. And I love that. So if I am jealous of the attention and the respect, I can lean into the areas where I already get that need filled. It's also very easy to get swept up in the jealousy of high-profile friendships. But on this one, I already have amazing, successful, gorgeous friends. I can simply invest more time with them. I would not swap a minute with my best friend for an hour with Kendall Jenner, and that is no shade. I'm so sorry. I just really love my best friend. And the jealousy of the video making experimentation really comes down to her freedom and self-expression. But as I'm thinking about it, I might actually have more freedom than someone like Emma Chamberlain, because absolutely no one is watching me, which means I can try and fail and no one is going to be disappointed or expect anything different. And then I can literally just forget about it. I don't need a huge following to make videos, and it's probably to my advantage that I don't, Right now, I have all the freedom that I could ever need. For example, if this was a brand sponsored video, I would have to stop and shoot tomorrow because the lighting is so atrocious. No one is paying me for that. So it turns out most of the things that I'm jealous of Emma Chamberlain for are actually accessible to me right now. It's just not going to be the same package that Emma has it in, but I can get these versions of things myself. So why was I so fixated on Emma's version of things? And why Emma specifically? I think that's where things get really interesting. There's that Taylor Swift metaphor in the song Mirror Ball that she wrote where it's like, I'll show you every version of yourself tonight, because that's what celebrities and influencers are to us, and even our other peers who we have a lot of thoughts about. They're just mirrors. What we see in them is what we actually see in ourselves. We see someone online and we think we want their life, but what we're responding to isn't even about them. It's about us. So I'm not actually jealous of Emma Chamberlain. Like, I don't even know her. But I am jealous of the idea of her life that I have constructed myself in my head. But that jealousy is showing me what I value and what I want more of in my life. I'm actually starting to enjoy feeling jealous because it's data and it's information about myself. When I feel that pang of envy, which I have several times throughout this video, I can ask, what does this reveal about what I want? And then I can go get that version of it for myself. Not the influencer version or the luxury version or the Emma Chamberlain version, but my own version. Like, this window is kind of giving 1970 woodsy Tahoe vibes, but I don't really even care that much about nature. Like, I love the city. I love the city view. So yeah, I'm jealous of Emma Chamberlain, but I'm also not, because I don't actually want to be her. I just want to figure out who I am. And watching her figure out who she is helps a lot with that, which is maybe kind of weird, but also beautiful in a very modern, parasocial, chronically online type of way. Anyway, if you have a weird jealousy of someone on or offline, you are not alone. And maybe it's not a bad thing. Maybe it's just showing us what we want in our own life. Or maybe we all need therapy. Probably all of the above. I want to know, like, do other people feel this way? Are you also jealous of Emma Chamberlain or anyone? And what do you think it says about you? Like, what do you think you're jealous of, and what does it reveal about you? So yeah, I'm curious if this is resonating or if I've just completely exposed myself for like the 11 people that are going to see that. Also, Emma, if you're watching this, your house is amazing and I love everything about you. Okay,